Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Wherever you are in the world, when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. This will be a political reading today, tarot reading, clairvoyant reading, and we will head over, I think, to the US today. A story which is taking my, capturing my attention is, of course, Liz Cheney, the Republican member of Congress, third in the leadership ranking there for the Republicans in the Congress, in the House. She has stood out and stood up to Trump. Now, she's a very conservative thinker, and many people, will lump her in the same basket as other Republicans if you're playing polarity type politics. However, the one thing that stands out to me is her opposition to the very dangerous big lie that Trump and his allies are peddling, in part to fundraise, in another part to sow division, in another part to extend this their hold over their base, for many, many reasons, and it all has to do with retaining power. So she has stood out. Commentators have asked, well, what does she know that we don't know? Of course, her father was Dick Cheney, and she's very well connected to sources within Washington. She's really digging in now. She is not backing down at all. And so if the GOP remove her from that leadership position, shun and avoid her, there will be consequences, of course, for that. She's a woman. She's the only voice of opposition here. Not the only. There are other members, Republican members of the House that opposed the January 6th insurrection, that felt that Trump crossed the line. Let's see where all of this is going. Liz Cheney. Okay. Will she be able to hang on in the Republican Party? First of all, will she be able to hang on to her leadership position? Will she be able to hang on to her leadership position? Hang on. I feel just the clairvoyant image that comes to me is that she may have been very close to a mother or a grandmother or something there, that she feels that she is, there's that relationship, doing what they would have done. So there's an element of doing what is right here for her, because I just see them like this passed over relative is around her. Will she be able to hang on to the leadership? I'm less sure about that question. The Nine of Pentacles. So she has some fairly powerful backers. She's well connected to the Republican Party of old. Let's see what's challenging her. Well, there is an upsurge in emotion, but there's also new starts as well. So this she may see that the party needs a new start. This can also represent Trump and this idea that they are entitled to this position. He is still calling himself the President of the United States, the big lie. The other way to read this, of course, is that we are all embarking on new starts, but it does carry with it that emotion. And there is that need. If you look back on my astrology reading for May, there is that question around emotional maturity and emotional intelligence, and moving forward in that way, not moving forward in another direction that, of course, Trump and his allies want to take us. So we have the Tower here as the foundation of the reading. So this is transformational for her, but this is also structures being broken down. The Tower moment, we like to call it. I think she will be removed. I haven't got to the end of the reading yet, but I think she will be removed from her leadership position. How that pans out in the longer term is another question. So the Five of Pentacles, she's definitely being, this is loss, and this is being left out of a lot of things. There would be some Republicans now who are shunning and avoiding her. And of course, the leader of the House, Kevin McCarthy, was caught on a hot mic saying he's fed up with her. So she's definitely being ostracised at this time and has been since January the 6th. Does that matter to her? I don't think so. Ultimately, what is crowning this reading, what is in the sky, is that she has a plan and it will play out in time. So I can say Liz Cheney is playing the long game and she has some fairly influential backers there. Interesting. 9 of Wands in the immediate future. She's going to take a hit. This is her. So, my feeling already is that she'll lose. They'll remove her from that leadership position. But they do so at their peril, because when they do that, she becomes like a martyr for the cause of the more conservative Republican values. She starts to carry a different sort of banner to the banners that the other extremists are carrying. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Bobbitt, however you pronounce her name. I'm not stuck on that, so you don't need to tell me. We'll let her go into obscurity, really, isn't it? She is playing a different political. She's playing for a different political endgame than what they are doing. The Queen of Pentacles in the environment around, people want stability. I think there is some information. That's also national security. It's all been my card for national security. But people are wanting, the voter are wanting stability. They don't want a political party that whips up violence, that encourages domestic terrorism. So this is a message also for any elements at the other side of the spectrum as well. So the voter wants a stable political party, and they may not necessarily see the GQP, as they're known for, as stable. She's in step, if not with Trump's base, with a element of the Republican Party, which she feels can only grow. She hopes and fears. She has a plan. Without a doubt, this is part of a plan. Let's see what the outcome is. Yeah, she's taking it all the way to the wire. This isn't Jeff Flake. This isn't somebody who will be... that's what you've got to admire her for, her bravery and her courage. She is not stepping back. She has a fairly strong kind of backbone, and she's playing the long game. But I do feel the Ace of Pentacles, again, she's got some backers here. She's got some backers. I do feel, okay. So the King of Pentacles is my card for Trump. She has some kind. She will be removed. That's what the cards are saying. There will be a strong action against her. She'll be censored. But will she be the loser in the long run? I'm not so sure about that. Yes, she's going to be forced to stand down from that leadership position. But we also have things coming out around Trump that will also be game changers. I read an article where a global poll puts the US still as a threat to democracy, while ever these legacies from the past, ahead of China and Russia. It's unbelievable, isn't it? But while ever these Trumpian legacies remain, the big lie remains, unless he is removed in some way. Now, Facebook has extended that ban for another 6 months, but ultimately batted it back to Mark Zuckerberg, who will have to make a decision in 6 months whether it is a lifetime ban. In the meantime, my feeling is they'll get their policies in order, and anything that perhaps allow him back on, but if he steps out of line with lies and inciting violence, he'll be removed again. So they will look at ways to restrict him. So let's take a look at Does she know something about Trump that we don't know? Does she know something about Trump that we don't know? Does she know? Does Liz Cheney know something about Trump that we don't know? There's something around government. I'm getting courts as well. Does Liz Cheney know something? Somebody, I'm literally getting somebody knocking on her door. So she does have some information that allows her to more confidently play the longer game. Does she have information about the future of Trump that we don't know? So we've got the Five of Pentacles. We've got loss here as the signifier card. He lost in the past. Why would he be any more successful in the future? But gerrymandering and voter suppression and a razor-thin majority for the Democrats in both houses, that's for another day. We've got the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Generally denotes foreign influence here. So this goes back to his debts. Now, you know, the actions that are going on in New York, there's something around foreign interests for him, for Trump, that is coming through in these signifier cards. Goodness gracious, the death card, the end of Trump. Yes, she does know something. Now, whether this is, she's absolutely sure he's not even going to get to 2024 without being indicted on something. There's something here that she is fairly sure about. Now we have Six of Pentacles. Okay, what she might know is about some kind of money trail, also in relation to January the 6th. That's what she might know. Now, in the sky, she's lost 3 cups. Yes, she will lose her leadership position, I feel. But look what's coming out of the sky. Another cup. This is the Ace of Cups that is being presented to her. To her. Okay. Okay, so in the immediate future, we've got this Knight of Cups. Again, this is an offer of some sort. It's not over for her, but at all, because I think she knows something. Yeah, endings and beginnings. That couldn't be clearer, really. The Death card now and the World card. Endings and new beginnings. She understands. Yeah. She understands that he won't be there. By the time it matters, he's not going to be there. Hopes and fears, yeah. It's money laundering and it's campaign funding and it's the January the 6th money trail. There's campaign. She could even know about campaign violations. She's got knowledge there. Now we've got the Devil card, toxicity. She's going to face plenty of that before the time is through. But the truth is coming out. About what? About the devil. So, if you want to call him that, and she will be security, stability. That's what she's got. She's offering. She's sticking to her guns. Short-term pain for Liz Cheney, long-term gain is what I'm reading here. There is something coming out about all of these matters. She is being isolated. There's going to be some fairly quick action here. So we have the Chariot card. We've got being isolated as the Hermit. We have her really being wounded in battle. And we also have this bullying, abuse of power card. But this is also getting ready for battle. So no, don't worry about Liz Cheney. She's strong. And in the coming days and weeks, even though she might have a position taken away, a leadership position taken away, she's playing the longer game. I want to go to Chauvin's trial. He's asked for a mistrial after one of the jurors, of course, was seen in a BLM t-shirt. Now, will he get that trial is another question. But I do want to go back to my reading on that. I said I saw he would go to jail. I said at least one of those charges would be proven. But I also got the Hanged Man a few days earlier in a reading. And that stumped me because it looked like a lay-down misere. The 3 charges were proven. But I had just had this feeling. Now, was I picking up on this request for a new trial? I don't know if he'll be granted it. But I do know that it wasn't the end of the story when he was taken away in handcuffs after the jury delivered its verdict. I didn't want to say anything at the time because people were so ecstatic about it, and rightly so. I don't think that there is any conflict of interest here. The juror was attending a Martin Luther King rally for peace to mark Martin Luther King Day. So I don't think that there is any conflict here. But nevertheless, this is the legal system, and Chauvin obviously will try and push any legal avenue that he can, or his lawyer teams. And of course, you know, who knows who's funding, what sort of funding he's getting from other interests. So let's just look at Chauvin. Will he get a new trial? Will Chauvin get a new trial? I'm feeling no. Here's our Hanged Man again. Here's our hangman, but he's still got an appeal process, and this is where something might happen. Challenged by the Queen of Swords. Now, I don't know who will hear his appeal, but I feel that perhaps a woman judge in some way, or this could just even be the prosecution. I feel that there won't be a new trial, but there could be matters brought up around appeal. He has been wounded mortally in battle. There's that hangman influence around the circumstances, around this bid for a new trial. This is in the past, the trial, the Hierophant, the judge, the jury found him guilty on 3 counts, but that's in the past position. What's hanging over this is the Emperor. So this is the appeal and trying to take control of that appeal process. So we've got the Star and healing in the immediate future. I don't honestly think, I could be wrong, I hope I'm not, but I don't think he'll get a new trial. But we have here in the here and now new starts and a plan. This is what he's wanting. And the 2 of Pentacles, of course, juggling things. This can also be a bit of a manipulation tactic here. The 5 of Wands, it's incredibly partisanized, isn't it, that trial? It has been. And really justice should never be partisanized. But it is. The Attorney General now has been, Judge Amy Berman has slammed the former Attorney General Bill Barr for misleading Congress and the Parliament. There was no, remember, if you go back, well, look, I'll finish that reading and we'll have a chat about it in a minute. Page of Pentacles. There is some kind of smaller outcome for Chauvin as a result of this, I have to say. We've got the Knight of Swords and the Tower card. So I feel that he will bring this into his appeal process. I don't think he's going to get another trial. That's the outcome of that. Back to Bill Barr. Okay, so if you remember at the time that Mueller said that obstruction was pretty much proven, in the Mueller report, Barr produced a memo. Long-standing protocol that a sitting president should not be charged or indicted. And of course, that memo was sort of like it wasn't existing. There was already a predetermined result that Barr wanted in that memo, and it was almost like it was produced and put forward to fit an outcome. And of course, Judge Amy Berman has said Barr has misled Congress. You know, the razor-thin majorities are so difficult for the Biden administration in so many ways. But let's see, will Bill Barr, because if he misled Congress, then that's potentially perjury, isn't it? Will Barr face any sort of actions? Any sort of legal actions in regards to what he's done for Trump? Will Bill Barr face any sort of legal actions for what he's done for Trump? So the Eight of Cups, you know, he walked away, didn't he? Got out of the kitchen, and we've got the Ten of Cups. So this is really the election result in a way, which brought in a new government. The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Now, I've got to take that card seriously. That's at the foundation of the reading. The last time this card came through, as I said, Chauvin convicted on all 3 counts. So, I've got to take this seriously. Will he face any sort of action? Wish fulfillment, miracles? Yes, possibly. I haven't even got to the outcome card yet. In the past, we have the Hanged Man, but that's in the past. What did he do? He stalled, and he misled. 6 of Wands in the sky. This is a yes card. It's a victory card. But who is that victory for? The 5 of Cups, loss, regret, dwelling, some kind of past action. We've got lawmakers and courts here. They're thinking of it. The sun, full illumination. When that memo comes out, when that's released to the public, it's going to be game on, I feel. The 8 of Pentacles. That's in the hopes and fears. There's work to be done here to bring him to justice, but the Wheel of Fortune has emerged along with the victory card, and we've got lies and deceit. I don't think that could be any clearer. I think that down the track, the decisions that he made while he was Attorney General on behalf of, the moneyed interests, because that's what backed him, it shows me the Wheel of Fortune, karma is coming for his lies. So I think there is going to be some kind of, some kind of penalty here for Barr in some way. I don't know what that is, but I feel that could come. Whether or not it's perjuring himself, somebody's going to take this up. All right, that's Bill Barr. Now, one more question. I'm doing viewers' questions today. There's a lot that I could read on, but I want to go to Arizona. That this seems to be a model around the states to justify voter suppression and changing laws which benefit the GOP through the change of law. So, what's going to be the outcome? This cyber ninjas, you can't even, it's hard to be serious reading on this stuff, but if it's so much undermining of democracy. So what is going to be the outcome, please? If you can show me. So I've got the Chariot, so they're going to bring forward something. It's around publicity, headline grabbing stuff, and pushing the big lie. Okay, so what is the outcome of this Arizona fiasco recount, whatever it is they're doing, behind closed doors with no scrutineers? The Page of Swords. So they're going to, spies in the camp, they're going to release something, but they're going to be challenged in the court, basically. Let's just pull a small reading. 6 of Cups. You can't overturn existing law. There were recounts. It's just not going to work. But it's being funded by this same 9 of Pentacles. The Democrats, here's our Chariot card, which is what I saw. It's reckless. They're going to produce something that is bodged up, which is a furphy, what we say in Australia, which is a stitch up, a cook up. They're going to present something, and it's going to have to be fought in the courts. Yeah, in order to get to the truth. So this is a crossroads, like everything else at the moment. It is a crossroads for the truth. Okay, so they're going to produce something, and it's all aimed at Trump pushing his big lie and also fundraising. These are all the cards that come forward in relation to Trump. Now, he's not committing himself on a 2024 run. I don't see him running in 2024. So I'm just going to ask, is Merrick Garland getting close to bringing out the truth on the Trump administration and the Trump years, on Trump himself? Is Merrick Garland getting close to bringing out the truth? Or will it come out before 2022? Will the DOJ bring forward the truth? Whether it's in Southern District of New York or other areas, are they getting close to bringing out the truth before 2022? Okay, something has turned over here. Let me just see if the Moon card. This card is, or this deck is the Llewellyn Tarot, and a lot say this looks a lot like Putin. So, Southern District of New York and the Giuliani matter, there will be ties back to Trump. So, justice. I can only read the cards. Justice is coming. And it's going to be quite shocking. You know, this is what we've always said. People say, when? Well, it's coming. That's all I can tell you. It's coming. And best sit back and just wait. You don't have to do anything because it's already being done. It's examining matters of the past, and it's also examining Trump's past as well. The Ace of Wands in the past position, new start, new DOJ, cleaning out the old DOJ, getting rid of Trump's influence in those legal structures. Yes, so this is what is crowning the reading. I've always seen this card for Trump. I think it's pretty clear. The voter has allowed Trump to be independently examined. The Five of Cups. The Five of Pentacles. This has to do with his debts, his loans, and what he took to get out of financial trouble. But these are not small matters. And there is a political climate at the moment. Even the Giuliani raid and documents are going to be outsourced to independent verification. That tells you a lot about what that political climate is. But we've got manifestation energy in the hopes and fears. And we have the High Priestess. In a way, she's the counterpart to the Magician. So they've both appeared in the reading. Secrets to come out. Let's see what's mirroring or clarifying this. The blurring of lines, the illusion and delusion, the smoke screen, those secrets. There are decisions to be made, heavy forces, and there's moderation here. So no wonder it's going to take some time, but to end this cycle. And if you look back at my reading, what is that cycle? The Seven of Swords, lies, deceit, the big lie, you name it. There's so much there, but no wonder it's taking some time because of that partisanship. But I've got the Strength card here. I've got the Strength card. So we need to remember where the strength lies. And I got that Strength card with Liz Cheney as well. There are more forces at play here than just Trump and his base. And the Republican Party, which is being destroyed from within. So, again, Trump is still playing the same old Putin game to destroy, again, the of two major parties in America, destabilizes everything politically. So the game is still the same. It looks like with that Justice card, that might be the ultimate game changer in this situation, which is what I have always predicted. So I'm just going to stand by that prediction. All right, justice is coming. I'll see you next time.